Hey guys, how you doing? Gavin here from Starfresh Personal Training, and today's video is about, just basically a bit of an insight into how I do things and how I'm able to be successful all the time with my weight loss, my fitness, and my eating, and how I've done that for the last 7 years basically. And I'm going to go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things that have really helped me. So these 6 things, okay, they're not stuff I've done straight away. I didn't just like, 6 things, I'm going to do it. These are things that have taken some time to build up, but over time they've been really, really critical to helping me stay, keep my 20 kilos offish and manage to keep training. So I've talked about like emotional reasons, all that sort of thing, and that's okay. But for this one, this is more, I guess, practical stuff that you can maybe pick up and run with. Hopefully give you a bit of an insight, and maybe you can do it as well. But what it fundamentally comes down to is setting standards. Okay, you need to set personal standards, and I say that because you've got standards for your children. There's certain things that you let them get away with and not get away with. You've got standards at work, or if you're a business owner, lots of people that on the groups I'm in are business owners. And you've all got standards that you set with your business and the quality of the work that you do. And same with the job as well. If you've got a job, you'll do the same thing. You have a standard of work that you stick to, and you never really go before that. It's because it's a standard that's acceptable to you and acceptable to your clients and anybody else that has an input in that work. But what we're really bad at is setting standards for ourselves. Okay, we always let our personal health go. It's the first thing to go because of time. Lack of knowledge sometimes, family, things get in the way. And it's the first thing to go. But what you got to understand is that if your health isn't in check, you can't do all the things that you want to do. You can't be active. You can't grow old and have a happy and healthy life as you get older. There's lots of things that you can't do if your health isn't in check. You need to set standards for yourself, and it's one of the hardest things to do. But you need to remain accountable to somebody, whether it's a group or a family member or a friend, or even if you want to jump onto my Facebook page or my YouTube channel. Absolutely keep accountable that way, but you need to do that, okay? So I'm going to go over those 6 things right now, and hopefully you'll have a bit of insight and you can start afresh right now. So, alright, in small, I've got 6 to fit on there, okay? So first of all, number 1 is Monday, okay? Monday has become one of the most important things of my week, okay? So some people start their week on a Sunday, lots of people have a rest day on a Sunday, but for me, Monday is the day, okay? Because I've made it an absolute priority to work out on a Monday, and it doesn't matter what I'm doing, what shift I'm on, what clients I've got, Monday is always there, workout. And the reason for that is that because it always sets me up for the week, and I'm going to go on to another point in a minute, but it sets me up for the week. And if I can work out on a Monday, I'm going to be set for the rest of the week, and I'm always going to be motivated if I do that, because at the end of the day, not for me so much, I don't really care what day of the week it is, but some people don't like Mondays. It's a bit of a drag getting out of bed after the weekend. That never really bothered me, but Monday is the day for me that I have to work out. And if I don't work out on a Monday for whatever reason, sometimes. So that's obviously the reason why I do Mondays. So the second one is my Fitness Pal. So I'm big on my Fitness Pal. And it doesn't have to be my Fitness Pal. It could be keeping a food journal. It could be using, there's lots of other ones out there. Okay, but I use my Fitness Pal, and it's like with anything. It can be a little bit time consuming to start off with, but the more you're used to it, the better you get. And for me, this keeps you on track. Okay? I need to set those standards for myself. I need to have those limits. And what I find is that if I, depending on my goals at the time. I set myself a limit to go to, and when I track my food, I can get to that limit, and I don't have to worry about overeating, because that's one of my things I used to do before. I used to just overeat mindlessly, and this just keeps me in check, and it keeps me focused on a daily basis. So if I miss a day or 2 a week, it doesn't really matter that much. It's just I guess for me a personal safeguard, if you like that, and it helps me keep on track. Because end of the day, calories are the most important thing. You need to have a balance, an energy balance, and like too many calories will make you put on weight, too little are going to let you lose weight. And between my training and my nutrition, I get that balance really, really good. And because I do that, I'm able to maintain my weight, for the long term, which is what it's all about, okay? But these are the little things I do every day. Okay. Number 3, You've heard of the old 5-a-day rule? Well, 5 times a week for me, okay? And that's 5 times a week for exercise. And like I said, as long as I start off well on a Monday, I'm really good to go. So I always try to work out at least 5 times a week. And 5 times a week for me, it seems to be the magic number I need to maintain everything, which is what you need. So, you know, same as 5 days, five fruit a day, you know, it's important. It's a standard you need to set for yourself and do it. So let's just say, for argument's sake, you know, I exercise 5 days. Monday is the first day. I'm off to a rearing start. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, obviously. But if I miss one of those days, it doesn't really matter because I can try and pick that up on the weekend. So then I'll try exercise on a Saturday or a Sunday. And you know, if those of you who have kids and stuff as well, you know, like just like myself, you know, it might be a little bit of a challenge to do it on the weekend, but you probably can fit it in, okay? And that's my standard. I need to work out 5 times a week, and that's achievable for me. Occasionally I'll go up to 6, occasionally I'll come down to 4, but generally on the whole it's 5 days, and that's my standard. And it works really, really well for me. So, number 4, 15 to 18%. That's my body fat, okay? I always try to stay above 15 to 18% body fat. And the reason being is that I don't believe that weight is a good indicator of success and everything else, because I could potentially lose all my muscle, be the same weight, I'd look terrible. But as it happens, you know, I like to keep between the 15 to 18% body fat range. And if I feel myself going over that, hopefully I don't go over that because I've already got my safeguards in place, then I start to look and try and adjust something, whether it's adjust my calories, add an extra training day, do a little bit more within the training. And you know, that is my standard set for myself. And when you see people that lose weight and then they put it all back on again, and it seems to get out of control, it's because they never set that standard. They get down to a weight that is unachievable in the time frame. They can't stick to that weight because it's too low for them, and to get there they've had to eat so little, and then obviously they bounce back up because the actual day-to-day execution to get that low and stay that low is really, really hard to do. So 15 to 18% for me is a really, really nice body fat level for me. It doesn't really matter what weight I am, providing I'm that body fat, and that's my standard I set for myself. Like I said, if I start to go above it, I rein it in. If I go below it, that's all good. Doesn't really matter. But like I said, that's my standard I set for myself. So number 5, okay, is an improvement. I strive to improve. Okay, so every time I go into the gym, I try to do one more rep. I try to do something a little bit extra. And because I'm slowly incrementing things, I'm able to get stronger year by year by year by year. And like I said, I battle with injuries and all those sorts of things. And you know, it might mean I like snakes and ladders. You work, injured, you come back to the bottom again. But that's okay, because then I start from the beginning, start afresh again, and I increment every single time I go to the gym and try and do a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Same with my nutrition as well. You know, I try and make my diet a little bit better. So I might add, you know, I might make a focus to have more veggies in my diet or some better fats in, whatever that is to you. But I try to do something to improve on what I did last week, because over time, where you start at the bottom, this is your standard, and if you keep trying to improve and it starts to go up, 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 if you slip, your standards, your base is already set, and you're never really going to go back out that bottom. You set standards over and over and over, like building a house. You keep going up, keep going up, keep going up, and you know, and if the top brick falls down, you still got the foundation there, and you know, you can just keep on building on it, and that's why I do it. Always strive to improve, whatever that is for you. Try and do something something today which was better than yesterday. So this bottom one is accountability and accountable. Okay, I try and remain accountable, and it's very, very hard when, you know, it's yourself and you're trying to self-drive that thing. But you know, if you've got a business or you've got, like I said, you work. I use them as analogies because they're easy. So I got itchy eyes. You know, if you've got a boss, pretty much, you've got a boss overseeing you to make sure that the standard of work is there. Okay, you may have your own standard, but you know if you slip below that, somebody's going to be giving you a kick up your ass to, you know, back your ideas up. If you're a business owner, you're accountable to your clients, you're accountable to everyone else, because if you fall short, then obviously you're going to lose the client, or you're going to have a disgruntled client, and you might not get more business. So you need to have some kind of accountability. So for me, you know, I've got a powerful why I do everything, but sometimes, you know, I do need that accountability. So what's helped me since 2014, I think, and since I became a personal trainer, that was my accountability, because I need to show up, I need to be fit, I need to be a little bit, probably maybe fitter than the person I'm training, because if I'm not, I got no credibility. And also what's happened to me over time is I've gained more clients, and I start to get better results and get better training. I now start vlogging on a daily basis or writing blogs on a daily basis, and that helps me keep accountable, keeps me interested, it keeps me learning, because I don't know everything, I'm the first to admit it, but what I will do is somebody asks me a question, I'll research it and give the best answer I can. And one thing for me is trying to really knuckle down into, I guess, the psychological side of things. You can Google the hell out of how to do a bicep exercise and you'll find tons of exercises. I don't need to tell you that. But what people don't really tell you is about how to stay motivated, how to stay accountable. And that's what I'm really interested in, because at the end of the day, I want you guys to do this long term. I don't want you to come in and lose 10 kilos and put it all back on again. So this is why I probably rely quite heavily on the mindset side of things, because I find that to be the most important. So you need to be accountable. How do you do that? Well, first of all, you can start documenting your journey. Keep a journal if you like, a little V journal, put it on there. You can jump onto an accountability Facebook page, and you can put your progress in. You can talk to people in the group. You can jump on my Facebook page if you want, and you can keep accountable. I'll help keep you moving. I give you tips, I give you advice, I give you encouragement. You need to find that thing. You need to find the boss. It could be a friend, it could be a gym partner, it could be a partner, your missus, your wife, whatever it is, but you need to find somebody to be accountable, because it's really hard to do without. So anyway, these are my 6 things, okay? Like I said, you need to set standards for yourself, and that's really, really important, and don't let those standards slip. So for you moving forward, let's just pick one thing, okay? Let's just pick one. Let's just say you're going to track your food in MyFitnessPal. Let's just say you're going to start exercising 5 days a week. Do one thing and focus on the one thing, and like I said, it's all about improvement. Then you build on one thing at a time, and again and again and again. So let's just say you start exercising 5 days a week. That's going to be your commitment to yourself. That's going to be your standard, and you're going to keep on going. And then you're going to try and improve in the gym. Then you're going to say, right, okay, I've got as far as I can in the gym. I need to start looking after my food now. Then you start looking at your food, and hopefully time over time those habits become instilled and ingrained, and you build and build and build and build and build to the point where you're successful long term. That's it, guys. There's not much more to it, but hopefully this gave you a bit of insight. I really hope you liked the video. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. Give me a comment, give me a like, give me a share. Tag somebody that you think may benefit from this, and I'd really appreciate it, because obviously, I think this is such an important topic. I think lots of people will benefit from it. So more people get to see it, the merrier. Anyway, guys, as always, start afresh, because if you don't make a change today, how will tomorrow be any different? Cheers.